Hey, everybody, boys and girls and
All
boys,
around the world.
all around the world. Hey, it's Talk Therapy Live. Talk Therapy Live. It is a wonderful Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm excited about the weather. It seems as if it's changing
It is changing.
for the better.
Okay.
You
Well,
know?
one day it's cold, one day is raining.
Yeah.
We just don't know what we're going to get.
Hey, but it's a wonderful Friday. We are right here. We're live right here on this Talk Therapy Live
Talk
show.
Therapy Live.
Yes.
Where it's all the way
All
live.
the way live. Yes, it is.
I love Talk Therapy Live because you got a good blend of therapy and the word.
Hey.
With your hostess, Kimberly, owner of Healthy Emotes Counseling Services, here with
Hey, this
Honorable
is Bishop Marvin Bozeman. Y'all have entered. I said y'all have entered because we got new listeners. You've entered. Listen, brunch with the Bosemans. How about that?
I love it.
Yeah, you're right here.
Where are you the pastor at?
Assembly of Faith Church, 1571 South Parsons Avenue.
All right.
That's me. That's where
Sunday
I am.
Sunday morning, 11
every
o'clock.
Sunday. Every Sunday. No, what's up? Where we are? What are we doing?
Well, you are.
What's
first
up?
of all, you're listening to a Gold Chip Communication
there we go.
station.
Yeah.
95.8, 98.5
yeah.
FM, y'all. I had one cup of coffee. I'm going to wake up here in just a minute.
For sure.
All right, which is a Gold Chip Communication Foundation station. So we're all the way live.
All the way live.
Tell your friends, tell family, tell an enemy to chime, because you want your enemies to do better too, right?
For sure, for sure.
So you want them to listen to Talk Therapy Live.
Yeah, so we're happy to be on the air today and thankful for all of our listeners and, those that are listening by way of radio station, those that are on by way of Facebook and YouTube. Thank you all for joining in. We have a wonderful show planned today, and we want to incorporate you all into the show.
That's right.
Right. This is called Fluky Friday.
Fluky Friday.
Fluky.
Which means you don't know what you're going to get.
You don't know what you're going to get.
We talk about any and everything. Y'all feel free to chime in today. It's good to be back. I've been down and out for about a week and a half now.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I don't know if it's a cold or a mixture of something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but I know I lost about at least 10 pounds since you've been down and out. I'm trying to tell you, boy, I had no good meal to eat. I've been around there struggling.
Oh my goodness.
But look at me, I'm thinning out a little bit.
God does all things well.
He does. Yes, he does. That's the truth.
Well, again, it's Fluky Friday. Y'all come on in today. But I want you to know that this show is being sponsored by Growth and Empowerment Mental Health Counseling Services, where their mission is to promote and strengthen the abilities of youth and families by providing community-based behavioral health services, empowering high-risk youth to achieve their full potential.
My. Let me go grab you a cup of coffee.
Oh, man.
That was a lot.
Or some hot tea or something.
That was a lot.
I'm still recovering, y'all. But thank God for his grace. I know he's full of grace and mercy.
My
God
Lord.
Bless you.
My Lord. Yeah.
It's hard to be perfect, y'all.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so listen, Growth and Empowerment.
Yes, their number is 614-887-7494, and their address is 1223 East Main Street.
Yeah, so we are grateful and thankful for Growth and Empowerment.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so let's get into what we're here for. So again, it's Fluky Friday, so whatever topic, conversation you all want to talk about, please chime in. And of course, Bishop, this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I always like to talk about something that is that resonates with what's going on in the month. So we know what's most common when we talk about mental health, right? We always talk about anxiety.
Yeah.
We talk about depression. Those are the most common types of mental health issues, right? And a lot of times people don't realize what anxiety is and what depression is. So some of the characteristics of anxiety is, and you all in the studio, raise your hand if you have these symptoms.
Right.
Excessive or unrealistic worry that is difficult to control. All right.
Yeah.
Shakiness, tiredness. What about muscle tension? heart palpitations.
Yeah. I mean, you looking at me on every one. I don't
I'm
know if you want me to read one,
No.
or you looking at me saying, like all, like my
just-
picture is right beside each one.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say it. You're
Okay.
just next to
I mean,
me.
you're just looking at me like that.
Can I look at you?
Go ahead, look at me. Mhm.
Dry mouth,
Yeah.
trouble swallowing,
Mm-hmm.
diarrhea,
Mm.
nausea, shortness of breath.
Okay.
What about irritability?
Okay.
Constantly feeling on edge. And sometimes
You really looked at me on that one. Now, come on now.
I did not.
Okay.
I did not.
Okay.
All right. I'm just reading.
Yeah.
Okay. Does any of these resonate with you?
Not at all.
Okay. All right.
No, not at all.
Okay. Hey, it may not right now, but in the future,
Yeah.
you know that if you have several of these symptoms, that you may be suffering with anxiety.
Yeah. Yeah. So some of these do,
Mhm.
actually kind of go through some of these, especially the what is the dry mouth?
Yes.
The anxiety, heart palpitations. Sometimes that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's me. Shortness of breath. But
On edge sometimes.
Oh, sometimes. I mean, at least that's what you tell me.
Well, I would know.
That's what you tell me.
But it's okay, because this is life. And this is what happens. Yeah. We all deal with it at one time or another. And when you think about anxiety, everything that's going in the world right now.
Going on in the world, it's crazy.
We were talking to someone before, and they said they can't even afford to drive their truck. Because of the extreme gas prices.
Exactly. Sell it.
No, don't.
Sell that truck. If you have one. I thank the Lord every time I go to the gas station and put gas in the car. I say, thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my second thought is, well, probably should get a bike too.
It wouldn't hurt. That, and especially the electric bikes.
Listen, those things are doing you see a lot of them in the city now.
Yeah.
So why not?
But again, you have so many external circumstances that causes stress and anxiety.
Yeah, for sure.
So
that would be one.
Yes. And then, you still got this war going on, and we were promised, it's just going to last a couple of weeks.
Yeah. But you know better than that. And no war lasts. Sometimes an argument between a husband and wife lasts longer than that. You know what I mean? 2 weeks.
Yeah. So there's just a lot of things that will cause anxiety. All right. So every individual is different, right? And may respond differently to certain situations. And we talked about medication before. Some people don't like pharmacotherapy or whatever, which is their choice. But, there's a lot of natural remedies that they can take for anxiety and therapeutic regimens such as relaxation techniques, deep breathing, sitting in a sauna, things of that nature.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So
it has a face. Anxiety has a face, is how it looks, and all the symptoms that you've that you just shared with us. It's found so many, probably our listeners today, what I mean? Hey, that's me. That's what it is. Anxiety. I'm always on edge, or whatever the case may be. So, there are things that you can do, to kind of remedy those situations.
It is because some people just have anxiety from time to time. Then you have some clients that have chronic anxiety, and sometimes their anxiety is extreme anxiety, whereas they have like the panic attacks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And this is why I like medication, because I know that it works. But then some clients have anxiety behind the medication.
Okay.
So I try to provide psychoeducation as far as what that medication does, because I feel like once a person understands why they do what they do, they're more prone to go ahead and take it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't even calm down enough to even do the coping skills.
And I think that's probably key, along with medication, and then whatever you may incorporate for those symptoms that you do have. You really have to put the work in. So you can take the medication, but along with that, you have to make sure that you do what's necessary and needed on your part.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
right.
They kind of go hand in hand. You know what I mean? For sure.
Yes. So it's not uncommon to have anxiety, because with life stressors and everything that's going on, we will have it. So I want us to basically normalize it, that this is something that may happen from time to time. It's not a lack of faith, and you're not doing anything wrong because you have anxiety. But once you have it, we have to identify what this feeling is, what's going on, and go ahead and incorporate your coping skills.
Yeah. I think for myself, especially on Sunday, that's probably the most when I have the highest of anxiety is on Sunday morning. You know what I mean?
Why though?
Just drive. I mean, because it's an expectation that you have, concerning the word, concerning the people of God. You're still trying to go over the word in your mind, and it's in your spirit, and I can be driving and not really, I don't want to say paying attention,
right?
But I am.
That's why I don't even really bother you when we're on our way to church Sunday.
I'm already in it. I'm in the message already. So it's a high time, and then things happen out of nowhere. You may get a call, someone who was not able to attend and who's supposed to do something, and those things just out of the blue. But like you said, normalize those things.
Yes,
things do happen. Things do happen.
I wonder if all pastors go through that.
Hey, I can imagine. I can imagine.
Pastor says yes, and amen.
For sure.
Yeah. So, I want to help you in that area, because I know that you do have a lot of anxiety like on Sunday mornings. And I know that you prepare so much.
I try.
And you do.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But after you have prepared so much, then casting all your cares on the Lord and just allowing him to do whether if we feel like something should be, and this is just for all the pastors, essentially, that you prepare yourself and God does the rest. So even though if it doesn't meet our level of expectation, it's still going to, because God does everything for his name's sake.
For sure.
So whatever happens, whether it's somebody is, off key or somebody forget the words to the song, God is still going to get the glory, because it's all for his name's sake. So the main goal is what? To deliver and to save souls. And if all of that is still happening, then all is well. So
sometimes you wonder if a message that you're going to, bring, is it, will it go over well? Is it what it is that the people need in that moment in time?
But you already know it is, because you've already prayed about it, and that's what God gave.
And sometimes you don't get the response that you're looking for. I believe all pastors go through that. You go through a season of that, and then out of nowhere, someone will tell you, "Hey, that message was for me." Then you learn, if it's just one or two people,
right,
that say, "Hey, that changed my life," it's worth it.
Yeah, I know. So the feedback is worth it.
Yeah,
and this is for the members, right? The members that are listening. Encourage your pastor if the word resonates with you. But I will also say in that, if no one ever says anything, that this is a word that God has given you, I'm going to release it. I'm not even going to worry about the response, because the response is essentially is between them and God.
Yeah, it is. But I know every pastor, I believe, looks for the response, not the hey, you did a great job. But the response I look for is the change. In people's lives.
Right. Yes. Yes. That's all.
Pastor, you preached that before. Well, I'm preaching it again.
Right. Because y'all ain't get it the first 12 times.
You understand?
Yes.
So sometimes it's like that, So I believe every pastor should look for that. No, not look for, you don't look for a pat on the back, but you look for the change from the message, that has caused.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
if y'all want to call in today, you can call in 614-824-2139. You can call in today to Talk Therapy Live, or you can call 614-824-2336. Give us a call today. This is Fluky Friday. So even if you want to talk about something yourself, you can do so, or you can ad lib on what we're already talking about. Come on.
And Idra Trout is here, and Alice Riggins. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all chime in if you want to. Again, as Bishop said, it is Fluky Friday today. Whatever it is that you want to talk about, whether if it's relationships, whether if it's mental health issues, finances, whatever you want to talk about. All over the place. That's why it's Fluky Friday.
We all over the place.
So right now we're talking about anxiety. I know what gives me a lot of anxiety is like when we're running late to something.
My Lord.
And, you're supposed to be somewhere at a certain time, and then and it's not so much anxiety if you don't have anything to do. But if you're expected to do something, so the anxiety feels like all this tension and pressure in my chest. You know what I mean? And my body temperature rises.
I'm like, I'm dressed. I mean, what's going on? Where's she at? What's she doing? But go ahead.
My Lord. So therefore, I have to do my deep breathing techniques and do my mantras. All mantras are wonderful. And I think everyone should have one. So my go-to mantra is, it's not the end of the world. That's my mantra. Because sometimes we can catastrophize in our heads, like, oh my God, things are not. But then you speak to yourself. Self is not the end of the world.
It could be the last minute things right before we leave the house. You got to run back in.
All of that.
and get this and get that. Did you?
Right. Last minute checks. Yes, absolutely. Preparation.
For sure. But those are high anxiety moments. You know what I mean? So you definitely have to do what you have to do for yourself.
Right, exactly. And in those moments, it's so important to manage the ants, right? You got to manage the ants are what?
Those automatic negative thoughts.
Oh, you've been listening.
Automatic, systematic, negative. They negative thoughts.
Automatic negative thoughts.
Yeah, I'm like, Lord have mercy. What in the world could be going on this moment?
So when you are anxious, you know that you have negative thoughts just ruminating, and they're intrusive, right? And that's why you get more and more anxious. So we have to learn how to manage those. And I always say your can of raid are more positive thoughts. You have to apprehend the negative thoughts. Okay. Like I said, I apprehend them with my mantra. It's not the end of the world. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen if I'm a few minutes late? It's going to be all right. Everything is still going to go on anyway.
I don't think like that, but you do.
And that's why you're married to a therapist.
I do not think like that.
You do not. But how does that work for you?
Lord have mercy.
All righty. So Alice says, I'm currently feeling anxiety preparing for the event tomorrow. I'm trying to remain calm, but I completely understand. And again, as I just told Bishop, we do prepare for it. We do the best that we can. After we have done that, then we ask God to breathe upon that, and we expect His blessings. We allow Holy Spirit to come in and just take over and do what He does.
Eventually, you do.
Yes. But you have to apprehend those thoughts because negative thinking is not going to produce anything good for you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So it's still going to be what it's going to be, but you get to choose who you want to be and how you want to be in the midst of all this stuff going on.
I think after you get into it and you kind of see that everything is going all right, then you get to that stage of relaxation.
Yes.
And
but who was that?
It just takes
Simon Peter. But was that Simon that had to see the holes in the hand in Jesus' hands? Was that him?
I'm just saying.
So I okay. All right, I hear you. I do hear you.
Yeah,
After,
especially she's talking about a huge event.
Yes.
And you're trying to put it together and things are moving slowly.
I get it.
So you're going to have that anxiety that's through the roof. You know what I mean? What's going on, how it's going to, who's going to, whatever.
I get
and
it.
so it may not calm until.
But you can help yourself in the moment.
Yeah.
Because all this
because that's when the negative thoughts come in. I'm
on.
not doing this no more.
Right.
You know,
yes.
all the negative
and
thoughts
I can't
come in.
believe Johnny ain't here yet.
Yeah.
And you got all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
Guess what's happening internally? You got heart palpitations, your blood pressure is rising, your temperature is rising.
Sweat is rolling.
Help yourself in the moment. Because you doing all that is not helping anything at all.
Yeah.
It's going to be what it's still going to be.
Right.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so to help yourself in the moment is to deep breathing is free. It ain't even cheap, it's free.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that's good, but it's going to take a minute.
You have to move your big butt.
Yeah. And you looked at me and said that. You looked me dead in my eye.
Because you're the one saying but. And that's what we have to do. We have to move
it will only be
out of the way, and we have to implement.
I got you. Yeah, you lightweight. What?
Y'all help me. Y'all help me chime in. Because we can look, if we're looking for reasons and we're looking for excuses.
You know, I got to use that on.
They're going to be there all day.
Don't play.
But
don't play.
We have to help ourselves in the moment. Because I don't like feeling that pressure. I don't like feeling depressed. I don't like feeling anxious. If there is something that we can implement in the moment to help ourselves to function a little better, we can do that.
Yeah.
A paired muscle relaxation where you tighten your muscles and breathe at the same time, that is going to work wonders.
I understand. I overstand.
Good.
I overstand.
All right. Do y'all overstand also? You can, if you're in the midst of traffic and you have to be somewhere at the midst of time and the traffic ain't moving, you swearing at people and you just going off it.
Yeah.
Are you getting there any faster? But you can sit there, you can do your deep breathing.
No, I've learned how to manage that real well.
You've done so much better.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yes, I concur. He used to go off, y'all, and he'd be talking to people. I'm like, listen, they can't hear you, and I don't want to.
Yeah. You on a roll today. You are on a roll
today. Move out the way, y'all. Move out the way. Come on. Really? And I'm like, they can't hear you, and I don't want to.
Really is not in my vocab.
But I'm just saying.
I understand.
I'm just saying.
You'll make people think I'm saying really. No, I don't do that.
What's your word?
I don't do that.
But you all understand what I'm saying is that you can help yourself to calm down. And so by the time you arrive, you're not all frazzled.
Praise the Lord, saints.
Right. I'm looking like.
Yeah. Broke every law trying to get to church.
Right, exactly.
Doing 90 and the 65.
Alice says, I overstand as well. Breathe your way through it. Breathe your way through it. And listen, you all can chime in. I want you all to know that this show is supported by Growth and Empowerment Mental Health Services, where their mission is to promote the strengths and abilities of youth and families by providing community-based behavioral health services, empowering high-risk youth to achieve their full potential. Their address is 1223 East Main Street, and they can be reached at 614-887-7494. Y'all make sure y'all chime in.
Yeah, Growth and Empowerment. You can also call 824-2139 or 824-2336. Area code for both is 614. So please call on. Let's kind of listen. It's about to hit 90.
90 degrees?
On Monday.
Really?
On Monday.
Oh, wow.
Now, we'll have to see. I don't know who has their hand on the dial or the button or the temperature gauge, but that's what they said. Monday is going to be about 90 degrees.
Well, I hope everybody's air conditioner is working.
Yeah, because it's going to have to be on.
Yes.
Summertime is upon us, and school is about to be out. You
Oh,
know,
Lord.
so man, I'm always telling everybody, hey, pray for the youth. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
We want to have a safe summer, you
Mhm.
know, for all of the children everywhere and for the adults.
Wait a minute, were they talking about the kids perhaps only going to school now for 4 days a week, or what is that?
Yeah, they've talked about it. I doubt if Ohio will ever do that.
Our kids need to be in
You
school.
I doubt if Ohio will ever do that. However, you know, man, what are some of the things that you like to do during the summertime?
Well, I love to
Some
travel.
fun things.
I
Yeah.
love to travel. I like to go to amusement parks and get on rides.
Mm-hmm.
But I need a riding partner.
You see how frozen.
I need a riding partner. Anyway, I love to walk, you know, in the parks and also to ride bikes.
Okay.
That's what I like.
That sounds
to do.
good. That sounds. You
Mhm.
said it almost like you're not sure. So I would say this. I was thinking about it. What are some fun things that you can do for the summertime? A lot of people plan to have the summertime experience. Listen, our city is growing, and man, we have so many people in the city now. I think in between 2004 and 2005, like 32,000 people here in the city of Columbus. And so we're growing, right? So there are many things that you can plan for during the summertime, especially like outdoor events.
Okay.
They have a lot of music, events that will take place around the city. Some of the smaller cities that, around Columbus, they always have the Columbus, Rib Fest, and we kind of look forward to these things. But you have to get out and find something to do during the summertime.
Yeah. Instead of staying stuck in the house.
Don't stay stuck in the house.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Get out and live.
The winter comes, and then we always want summertime to hurry up. But another one of my mantras.
What is it?
Is to live while you're living.
Live while you're living. Yeah, have fun.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself.
Right. Exactly.
Go out to some music concerts, and you mentioned bike riding. Walking in the park. These are some of the fun things that you can do during the summertime. Water parks are huge, especially in the real hot weather, water parks. So you can kind of go out and do a whole lot of, different things.
The fair is coming.
The fair is coming, all of that.
But if you are older, I would certainly, especially if it's going to be like 90 or whatever, please go out when the sun is kind of going, like in the evening time.
Yeah.
Or carry your water bottle or something.
Yeah.
Ray said there's so much to do in Columbus.
It is.
And a lot to eat. It sure is, it gets way too hot.
Yeah, she said a lot to eat too. It's true. Now, there are so many new restaurants in the city.
Good.
A lot of food trucks. If you're noticing now, you got food trucks here and there. So you can kind of pull over anywhere.
Right.
Kind of grab you something to eat. You know? And so many new Black restaurants that I'm loving to see in the city too.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So we love what they call soul food. It's just how we eat.
They have to have new restaurants of, like you said, there's so many more people coming into the city now.
Yeah, for sure.
So the new restaurants and the infrastructure is definitely changing.
It's definitely changing, man. New freeways, new exits, entrances onto the freeway. So things are changing quickly here in the city. So we've lived long enough to be able to see our city change.
My Lord.
How about that? We have lived long enough to be able to see this city change.
It has.
We can ride around. So I remember over there was cornfield.
Right.
Now I'm looking at it. It's all houses in the community.
Right.
So I used to hear my grandfather talk like that. Now I'm doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So change is here. It's not a bad thing. I believe it presents opportunity for so many people.
Yes.
Especially people like you and me who are out here trying to make it and get it and they have ideas and about businesses and all that kind of thing. And
Yes.
they kind of jump out there and they do it. You have more opportunity now.
That's right.
Because you have more people.
Have to seize the moment.
Have to seize the moment.
So this is Fluky Friday, y'all. So we talking about any and everything.
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
Yeah. Some people like yard work. Beautifying their yard.
That's my mother.
Beautiful. You can find her in the yard every day.
Yes, I'm like, Mom.
In the 90-degree weather.
In the 90-degree, I'm like, Mom, take your water bottle out there, please.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't really like yard work like that because I don't like bugs. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you always say, let's put down some flowers. You always say let's.
I'll go pick the flowers out.
We should.
Yes.
You always use those words.
We're one.
And it's usually me.
Because we're one.
Oh,
okay. If you're doing it, I'm doing it, right?
Sure.
I mean, I'll go pick the flowers out and then you put them in the ground. So that's teamwork. Make the dream work.
I hear you. I was just wondering.
Yes, yes. So again, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. You know, we talked a little bit about, anxiety and how we can cope with anxiety. And then the other thing, a common mental health issue is depression. There's ADHD and then bipolar. Those are like the ones people just throw around so much and don't really even understand what it is, right? So with ADHD, it definitely deals with your prefrontal lobe. All right. So there's differences in the brain systems related to like dopamine regulation, which is your motivator. That like when people say, I don't have motivation to do this, or I kind of want to do it, but I'm not motivated. You have a lack of dopamine in the brain, right? And lack of attention. All right. So your executive functioning is certainly impacted. So your executive functioning is about planning, prioritizing, emotional control, and task initiation. That's why sometimes people will say, they'll call them names like, you're just lazy. You don't want to do anything. It's the lack of, it's not that they don't want to do it. There's no motivation there.
Froze up, cannot.
They can't, there's no motivation to do it at all. So the parents usually yell and argue at the child, and they don't really understand that this is a mental health issue. Right. So we certainly need the training. And if you have ADHD, you're mentally overwhelmed and overstimulated. I believe we have a caller on the line. Go ahead, please.
I just have a question, because I know it's Fluky Friday, and I just thought came to mind because I know, especially people of color struggle with the idea of going to therapy and seeking out help. What are some ways that you suggest someone that believes that person should go to therapy? What are some ways you can kind of guide them into feeling like they need to actually start going to get help?
Yes, that's a very good question. Thank you, caller, for calling in. So the caller is asking people of color and the stigma around mental health, how can we encourage them to get into counseling? So a lot of times when people have mental health issues, there is emotional dysregulation, there's mood dysregulation, they're constantly destroying relationships. So in talking with that person and getting them to see what is actually happening, like you've been through so many relationships, you feel like you're isolated, there's a reason for that, and there is help for you. So encouraging them and letting them know that therapy is a safe place. It's confidential. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about, and you can help yourself and live a better life.
What about I definitely agree. You definitely get to the place where, as I think you can say, hey, I don't know what else to tell you. It sounds as if you need professional help,
Yes.
counseling. So I want to encourage you to do so.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's only so much that we can say, and then what we do say comes from a different place, from a person who's professionally trained, and for someone who really don't know you.
Yes.
Sometimes they can give you a better perspective over what it is that you're facing and what you're going through. So seek help.
And oftentimes in relationships,
Mm-hmm.
someone can have a mental health disorder and they refuse to get the help that they need.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be very important that the partner, because sometimes this is the cause for breakup and divorce.
For sure.
Because it's hard to live with someone who is dysregulated.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know who they're going to be from day to day. It's hard. You love them,
right?
But it's hard to deal with. You don't know who they're going to be. You don't know what they're going to do from day to day. If you want to remain in this relationship, then one of the deal breakers is you must go to counseling.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So what about the ones who go to counseling and they are, they say, well, it's not helping. So I've gone and, they haven't told me what to do yet.
Well, you need to hang in there because it's not a miracle wand.
Okay.
You know what I mean? First of all, you have to establish your therapeutic relationship because you don't know if you can trust me.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I'm able to help you. It's going to take a while to establish the therapeutic relationship.
Yeah.
And then you have to put the work in it. So it's not, I went a couple of times and it's not working. It's not designed to work that way.
Exactly.
I believe we have a caller online. Okay.
Yeah. So that's no. Right. Mm-hmm.
You can only recommend it. A lot of times when people don't think they need help, this is more ingrained in them, like certain personality disorders, people who are narcissistic people. They don't feel, they can't see it. A lot of the personality disorders you cannot, because it's so ingrained in them. The only thing that we can do is recommend it because you can't force anybody to it. It's just like court ordered therapy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes they will only cooperate to the point where they know we're going to report something back. And you know what I mean? But they're not going to participate so much.
Correct.
So you can only recommend it, but they will begin to see, because they will find themselves being alone and being isolated. And then perhaps at that time, they're like, well, maybe it's not everybody else. Maybe it's me.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Happy Friday. Thanks for calling. Yeah, that's the common thing. People don't, it's like the last thing that they've destroyed everything.
Yeah. Oh, I'll go get counseling now.
Right. And then the partner's like, no, it's too late now. I have nothing else. I've been given. I've been trying to help. You know what I mean? And you have destroyed everything. Now you want to go to counseling.
Right. Yeah. I think some people believe that counseling is, as soon as I go, they're going to give me the answers.
Yeah, no.
So I think that needs to be explained. I've run into a few people that say, hey, I've been going to counseling for 2 weeks now, and they haven't told me what to do.
We're not supposed to. It's not designed that way.
It's not designed that way.
It's not like going before the Oz,
the
wizard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No. Therapy is to help you to think what you need to do. We're not here we're not here to direct your lives and to give you answers. Because what if it doesn't work out? Then it's like, she told me to do so and so.
Exactly.
No, therapy is to help you to process through and come up with a decision for your own life.
That's good. I mean, that's very helpful. I know to many that are probably listening, because you're going with the wrong idea. It's like, hey, someone said for me to, go to counseling, and these are my problems. Now, what do I do?
Right, exactly.
What do I do?
Yeah. No, it
And
definitely
so-
does not work that way
Got
at
you.
all.
Yeah.
If you think about
Yeah.
coming to counseling, just think about it as a linear process.
Mhm.
This is something that's going to happen over a period of time.
Yeah.
Oftentimes when clients come into session, they come in for one reason, but by the time
Mhm.
we process and go through what's actually going on and identify some root issues,
Yeah.
it goes into something else.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So you really don't know. I have some clients who I have seen for like 6 weeks. I have some clients that I now
Yeah.
are seeing this going on a couple years,
Yeah.
just
Gotcha.
for maintenance and just for
Yeah.
checking to make sure that they're staying
Right.
on the
For
straight
sure.
edge. Or my thinking process is still right. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So yeah, again, you come in, we develop a therapeutic
Mhm.
relationship.
Yes.
Because you have to know how much you can trust your therapist.
Yeah. Whether or not if that therapist is a good fit for you.
That is correct.
Right.
Yes.
Have you ever started out with someone, or someone has been referred to you because they weren't a good fit?
Mm-hmm.
The client, and
Yeah.
how does that
Yeah.
work?
Yeah. I mean, it's good to do consults, but in the consult, it's usually about 10 to 15 minutes, and you can kind of get an idea
Okay.
of
Okay.
how can I help you. I want to be able to help you based on the diagnosis you're
Yeah.
presenting with. But sometimes we get into sessions and then you find out that it's way more than what we were talking
Okay.
about on that 15-minute consult. And there's no shame in the game for any
Gotcha.
therapist that is out there
Yeah,
and
yeah.
say, you know what, I don't think that this is a good fit. I don't feel like I can help you as much as I would like to. So
Okay.
I'm going to give you a referral.
Okay. I see. Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Correa says, I will just send people these talk therapy live videos whenever a topic comes up that I believe will help them. Thank you.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
All right. We have a caller. Go ahead, please.
Good morning.
Happy
Hey,
Friday.
good morning. Good morning.
I do have a question. How do you feel when family and friends who do not accept your diagnosis like ADHD or ADD?
I always tell clients that you do not have to agree with me, okay? And I'm going to repeat the question for social media. How do I handle clients who do not accept my diagnosis of ADHD? First of all, it's not going to be my Kimberly's diagnosis. This is going to be I'm going to do a professional assessment. And this is what the professional assessment says, that you have 98 point whatever percent potential of having ADHD. Now, a lot of times clients are in denial. I mean, who wants to hear that? You know what I mean? And they don't have to accept it. I can't make them accept it. But if you go into a doctor and you're having heart issues and they say, well, I think that you have I see that you have congestive heart failure, you can argue with them all day long. But the facts are just the facts, and that's all that we're presenting. Even in therapy, is never what a therapist thinks it is. We are running diagnostic tests. You come in for a diagnostic assessment, and this is what the assessment says. Now, if you're accepting of that diagnosis, then we can move forward to your treatment plan.
So I think she was also speaking of the fact of family members.
Mm-hmm.
When you've been diagnosed, about the family members not accepting your diagnosis.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's about educating.
It is about,
It's about, hey, let me sit down and talk to you all and educate you about
That's good.
what's going on with
Yes.
me. Instead of always trying to prove your point or getting angry and getting upset because they don't understand you.
Right, exactly.
So maybe have a sit down moment and kind of educate them on what's going on. Perhaps a professional video or some sort
you
that
hit
they
the nail
can,
on the head, because
yeah.
education is going to be paramount. Because sometimes, and especially in Christian homes or whatever, it's like, oh, I rebuke that, or no, you don't know. Let's educate.
Yeah.
So you can see who you're working with, and it's not like we want to have those diagnoses.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
I'm not happy. I don't want it myself, but I need you to understand me so that you know how to treat me and you know how to help me cope with it's just like when children have ADHD, it's so important that there's a calm, nurturing environment at home instead of the yelling and the arguing and all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the parent doesn't understand the child's diagnosis at
Yeah.
all. And
Yeah.
you can't treat them like they function normally.
Yeah.
Like, how come you can't get 2 times 2?
Right.
You know, and they're going off on the child, and the child feels so bad because they want to get it.
Yeah.
But what happens with ADHD is that the harder that they try, the worse that it gets.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about this chemical imbalance. They're burning up the chemicals that they have, which isn't a lot anyway.
Thank you, caller. Does that answer your question somewhat?
I love Talk Therapy Live, and I listen every Friday. So keep doing what you're doing.
Hey,
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling. But yeah, ADHD is just something that we just toss it around and don't really understand what it is.
Maybe in some cases, it's like if a parent find out that's what their child has or children have. Sometimes it's more than one child in the home that has it, and maybe it's to figure out, well, you didn't get that up from outside of the family.
That's just
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've seen that before. You know,
That
they didn't get it from outside
and that's not helpful
at all.
It's because now you're making the child feel really bad now.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is that if you have ADHD, there is help. But we still have to create an environment. One thing that I find often is that parents do not want their kids on the medication, which, I mean, I don't blame them. They don't want it. But what are we doing instead of?
I believe that you should, all that you can do to help this child be all that they can be, do that. And medication should probably be your last choice if all else fails.
Right.
You know, try something else, but just don't you know,
ignore it.
Ignore
and
that
act like
this child needs help.
They can function normally.
It's a chemical.
Yes, imbalance. It is.
That medicine can help.
That medicine can help, and other things can help too. But it's a neurological.
Because it's just not medicine.
Right.
It's you doing the work as well, as you
Absolutely.
stated before. Yeah.
It's a neurodevelopmental disorder.
Okay.
You know, so you can't just ignore that and then treat your child as though the child is supposed to function normally and get mad when the child does not.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so some natural things that we can do, like for sleep, is like warm milk, like 1 teaspoon of warm milk, sugar, 1 teaspoon, and that increases serotonin to help you sleep better. All right. And of course, we always talk about the deep breathing to lessen the anxiety. Things that increase serotonin is sweet potatoes, apples, blueberries, carrots.
Is that a plain sweet potato? Or are we talking about?
Well, don't put a lot of sugar.
I'm just saying. You know how we do.
I know.
You know, I'm
but
supposed to eat
cinnamon.
sweet potatoes is healthy. You got sugar.
Right. You got marshmallows.
You understand?
If you have it.
Up underneath that is a sweet potato. You know? And you
Sprinkle
will get
some
sleepy
sugar
afterwards.
on that. And I think the Vietnamese cinnamon is sweeter than regular sugar. You know what I mean?
Vietnamese sugar.
Cinnamon.
Oh, wow.
So you can sprinkle a little bit of that on there.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's going to boost the serotonin. And then if you need more dopamine for the motivation, like protein, your beef, your fish, your poultry, and things of that nature. You know, so there's just things that we can do to help. But you hit the nail on the head when you said the psychoeducation.
Need that.
It's just not fair. It's not fair when it comes to mental health for us to act like it doesn't exist. Because if I had some other type of disease, I would get more empathy. You know, if I had a crutch and a cane, I would get more sympathy.
I don't know about that. Depending on what community you from.
Lord.
And we still gonna, make a little fun of because we grew up. I'm just saying that's how
you would run and open up the door, or can I carry that for you if I'm? But when it comes to mental health, because you can't see it, we try to ignore it. So instead of saying, oh, they say they got ADHD, but they all right. No, we have to become not just empathetic, but educated.
Yeah, and I believe that now this is out, especially it's always something about mental health, whether it's on a commercial, whether it's a billboard, the importance of you getting help and seeking, a therapist and all of that. We're becoming more, accepting of, and also I believe that there are more people saying, well, hey, maybe I need to go and see someone. You know what I mean? So the humor of our culture, especially if you're a comedian, hey, you do what you do.
Get the help.
The comedy comes with it.
Right. But I would definitely say get the help that you need.
Get the help that you need, for sure.
The Bible says that pride comes before a fall. And the body, which the mind is a part of the body, will keep the score. If you have a mental health issue and it goes unattended, it's not going to get better by you ignoring it. You know what I mean? It needs healing. So we talk about talk therapy. Therapy is helpful. Therapy is beneficial.
I have heard of some adults saying that they've kind of grown out of it. I guess they started out as a child taking medication. And
are we talking about ADHD or depression?
Yeah, ADHD.
Okay.
Depression, ADHD, that they kind of grown out of it with medication, also with whatever other, help that they receive from a therapist.
Yes. So we learn, and this is what I'm saying, we learn how to manage it better. Not that it necessarily goes away, but I got my coping skills.
Exactly. So that I'm glad you said that, because whenever someone says, hey, I've gone to counseling and it doesn't help, but it's about, are you really putting the work in?
Right.
Are you doing your part? Because they're not to give you the answer, but to help you find
and
the
it can
remedy
take
for yourself.
away before we actually start the working part of therapy.
Got you. I got you. See, what you don't know, you don't know. So I'm coming to talk to you for a couple of times, and we haven't even started yet.
Exactly. The work has not. We know what we're doing. We're developing something. We're building something, and we're going to get to the work.
It's going to be a minute.
Yes, absolutely. So now that I'm older and I've had ADHD since a child or whatever, now I know how to manage it. Now I know that I learn differently than I know myself now.
For sure.
So I know that I have to write down notes. I know that I have to read it out loud.
You're managing it.
Yes, I can't read a book, silently. I have to at least what they call it, lip it or whatever, like you're saying the words to yourself, because now I know how I function now.
How I work.
That's right.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I like that. True.
So there's no shame in that. But people who have ADHD, they usually have low self-esteem, shame, and guilt and resentment and chronic frustration. So they have that within themselves. Now they're around a family.
And here you come.
Exactly.
Here you come with your ad-libbing on what's going on with me.
Right.
And you really don't know what's going on with me.
Exactly. That's why we must educate ourselves. It's nothing against you if I have something.
Right.
You know what I mean? But being a caregiver, we're going to need each other.
For sure.
We're going to, because if you have a child who have ADHD, you can expect for them to sit down for hours at a time studying.
For sure.
You have to give them breaks. And those breaks will look like maybe every 20 minutes or so, get up and walk around or drink some cold water to wake your brain up, or to exercise. Or you just have to know who you have and be a loving, caring caregiver.
Exactly. I don't know if the expectation sometimes for children at a certain age is too high, I don't. Every child didn't have this situation,
Mm-hmm.
but they're children.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say a child won't be still, they're not supposed to be still. I mean, that's how I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Now as you get older, the more still you become.
Right. True story.
You understand? But if you're a child, I mean, you have that energy. That's where you are in life. You're running, you're playing, you're jumping, and you're told to be still and not move for a couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
Unrealistic to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's just something for the classroom, for the teacher to recognize. You know what I mean? And that's why I feel like transitions are so important, especially when you have elementary school students.
A lot of
to
teachers
switch
now.
up and to transition.
Yeah. There was one that I happened to see on Facebook where she changed up her whole style of teaching
Mm-hmm.
for the children.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because
and I'm sure they learn better that way.
Exactly. Yeah. What she was doing really wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
Considering the students that she had, but she changed it all up.
Right.
And it's a better way for everyone to learn, and it makes class time more enjoyable.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't want to hate going.
Instead of telling the parent, I think your child need to be on Adderall.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Change it up a little bit.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So some of that, how adults will know that they could have ADHD
Mm-hmm.
is chronic lateness,
Mm-hmm.
difficulty organizing life,
Mm-hmm.
starting projects and not finishing projects, forgetfulness, and then mental exhaustion just from masking. It's like, I got it all together. And you know within that you really don't, that you're really a mess on the inside.
Because to me, it seems like it would be a struggle for that person daily.
It is.
Daily, just to face people, to go out in the outside world.
It's almost like showtime at the Apollo.
Yeah. and that's for a limited time. You can't keep that up for so long.
Right. And you come home and you crash.
Yeah.
Instead of coming to therapy to get the help that you need, or instead of I'm just asking, even if you're an adult, to get out of denial.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of denial. I have listed some of the characteristics of adults with ADHD and also for the children.
Yes.
And if you feel like this is you, get the help, get a diagnostic assessment, and let's go from there. I am Kimberly Bozeman, owner of Healthy Emotes Counseling Services, 614-669-5115. And I do want to say tomorrow at Assembly of Faith Church, we do have a women's luncheon. It's not too late, y'all. Y'all can go to Eventbrite. All right, 1571 South Parsons Avenue. Tickets are $40. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all. So I think that it's Fluky Friday, and we've talked about various things.
Did we? No, we talked about.
We talked about anxiety. We talked a little bit about
we stayed on course.
We talked about what? ADHD. Yeah. We talked about what. Did you say what you like to do?
No.
In the summertime?
I didn't get a chance to today.
Okay, well, while you have a chance.
Now we have to have a whole nother show. We have to have a whole nother show because I didn't get a chance to say.
Oh my, a whole show?
A whole nother show. So don't go anywhere, y'all. Y'all sit right where y'all are. If you're driving, keep driving because we're going to keep talking.
He's spoiled.
That's terrible.
He's spoiled, y'all. All right. Well, Correa is saying I can eat sweet potato fries before I eat a plain baked sweet potato. I feel like that doesn't make any sense. Put it in the air fryer, girl. Put it in the air fryer.
Oh,
yes,
man.
So that is definitely going to help.
Yeah.
With your symptoms, like I said, with this dopamine.
It's good to know these things. These things that we just don't know.
That's what I'm here for.
And you could have the answers sitting on your table in the kitchen.
Indeed.
Indeed. Really, seriously,
That's why I love Talk Therapy Live, because this is a mental and spiritual health platform.
Yeah.
It's your community platform. All of this is not about us. It's about us providing information that is going to be able to help you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So please get informed.
Yes.
With issues such as this, please get informed.
Yes, definitely get informed about it.
Yeah.
So again, let me see, was there anything that we missed out on for the ADHD?
No, but hey, we're grateful for growth and empowerment.
Yes.
Yes, we're very grateful for growth and empowerment for, hey, providing and making sure that we are here today.
That's right.
So thank you, growth and empowerment.
Thank you, growth and empowerment.
For sure.
Their mission is to promote the strengths and abilities of youth and families by providing community-based behavioral health services and empowering high-risk youth to achieve their full potential, y'all.
Hey, take care. We'll see you next Friday.
Yes, thank you for tuning in to Talk Therapy Live, where you get a smooth blend of therapy and the word. See you next week.
We are blessed. We are grateful.